and salutations, good citizens. This is Laz, and I'm welcoming you back to the Fright Club, your one-stop shop for all things horror. And I am here to discuss, well, I'm sure you know from the thumbnail, I'm here to talk about the Volume 1 of Stranger Things Season 4, which I just finished watching. And also, I wanted to give... You know, I know a lot of commentators have posted on it like this. Like, posted on it like the same day it dropped or the next day. But I wanted to give everyone like, at least a few days to watch it. Because why might I say maybe spoilers? I'm going to try to avoid as many spoilers as possible. Try to keep it as vague as I can. And before I start, though, I do want to at least say that this... To start with, it was a little rough for me to get through, at least to begin with, because I absolutely hated Season 3 of Stranger Things. Hated it so much, I wasn't going to watch Season 4. But then I realized, well, hey, Stranger Things, it's horror related, I'm a horror channel, I should. And honestly, first episode aside, the first episode was rough for me. I enjoyed the season. And I'm sure someone was like, why was the first episode hard for you to watch? I said, all right, settle down there, Sparky. I'm old, and I don't care about this drama, like this basically teenage drama bullcrap. I don't care. I just do not care. So I fast forward past a bunch of the first episode. But it starts really well. It starts with... All right, here goes the part where I'm going to say right now. If you don't want to be spoiled at all, if you want to walk in and do this blind and watch this, you know, with any knowledge in your head, stop now. Just stop now, because for even me to give a brief rundown, I'm going to have some spoilers here and there. So stop there. Now, if you're still here, it's your last warning before I start. Okay? Here I go. So, like, episode 1 starts really good, I thought, because you have Eleven having, it's either a dream or whatever, because you see Matthew Modine's back, and they're back in the lab or whatever in Hawkins, and you see a bunch of numbers 2 through 10, essentially. You see them, that they're all living impaired, and Matthew Modine's going through around. He sees 11 standing there, nose blow, whatever. He's like, "What did you do?" That's how it starts. Like, ooh, that's a good opening. But then you get Mike being, man, like he's all, "Oh, I gotta go see California, whatever." And then, like, they have a new D&D group called the Hellfire Club. They even have shirts, which I don't know what freaking nerd group had shirts, especially in the 80s. But whatever. And there's this new metal dude. Like, he's a heavy metal guy. He's got the hair. He's like the head of the Hellfire Club. He's the DM. And I cannot remember the man's name. Oh, Eddie. His name's Eddie. So, you know, so you have a new dynamic, and that was kind of cool. But the first episode is all this inner drama stuff, like Max is being annoying. And they set up something because you see this, that the head cheerleader is seeing things. Like, she's in the bathroom and she's throwing up, and then you hear her mother saying she's going to bring in her dress, because you hear her mother's voice saying, "I'm going to bring in her dress so you look good," or whatever, so you don't look too fat or whatever. And then something starts pulling up the bathroom door and stuff. So she's having visions, and you find out Eleven's being bullied in school, and you go to Russia, where, screw it, this can't be a spoiler because it's in the trailers. Or Hopper's there. Hopper's in a Russian prison. And you get a flashback on how he got there. And basically, the crux of the season is, like, the cheerleader dies in Eddie's trailer because she's there for drugs. I'm assuming to stop the visions. And then whatever's haunting her gets her. She floats up in the air. Her limbs break at odd angles, and her eyes basically explode. And Eddie runs, which, by the way, is the exact right reaction. And the cops think he did it, which I'm not sure what human being could do that, but whatever. But this entity drops a few bodies. And for me, the villain of the season, to me, is the best villain they've had. Like, it's like season 1 Demogorgon, where it's just simple, it's just one creature. But this, which they call Vecna, and Vecna is, is the villain. It's one of the conceits where Dustin names the villain after a monster in D&D. But Vecna it's a dude. Basically, it's a dude who basically seems to be able to pull people's guilt or secrets like out of them, and he gives them waking nightmares. So finally, he kills them and feeds off of them. And I think the monster is really cool to me. Like, it's just a dude. Like, really, it's a practical effect. It's a dude in a suit. He has like a skull face, and the rest of him is just kind of, gray and scary looking. But like I think he's badass. And the whole crux of the season is trying to figure out what he is, how to stop him from killing people, how to get the police to figure out that Eddie's not a killer. And so that's basically your A plot. The other plot is 11 trying to get her powers back. Not being as vague as possible with that. And there's also Hopper in Russia. And I'm just going to call Winona Ryder's character because I can't remember her damn name. I'm horrible with names. But Winona Ryder and the reporter guy, like the conspiracy theorist guy from last season, they're trying to get him out of a Russian prison. So you got those plots going. And I will say, there's a big reveal at the end. And it's basically explaining Vecna. And I will say, and this is rare for me, very rare, I got the first twist. I put that together really quick. It's the second twist I didn't see coming. So, bravo to them. I'll also say, in this show, and this is since whenever the hell Max was introduced, but particularly this season, in the last two, there seems to be a contest between Max and Lance's sister to see who was the most annoying character on the show. Because especially whenever Lance's sister is on, I just fast forward. Like, she's I won't say Audra from Invincible, because she was annoying as hell too. But it's the same thing. I'm like, oh, shut up. Oh yeah, and there's also a lynch mob formed because Eddie is a D&D geek, and they set up the basically the satanic panic around D&D, which I thought was cool, but at the same time I was like, I don't think there were lynch mobs. I'm about 80% certain on that one, but whichever. However, again, very solid, very, very solid opening season. I'm looking forward to Volume 2. That's dropping in July. So I'm looking very forward to that. I want to see how it ends. And also, horror fans, keep an eye out. Robert Englund has a guest spot in one episode. Keep an eye out for that. But all in all, I really enjoyed it. I liked where the characters went. I liked their journeys. A few of them have a good arc. Mike starts annoying, then he gets better. I don't know why. Mike started annoying me from like season 2 on. But, he's better in this. Lance didn't annoy me that much. I always liked Dustin. He might be my favorite character in the show. 11, to me, is the best part of the show, especially this season. Like, her journey is really interesting to me. And I have no opinion on Will, really. He's just kind of there. And I'm not trying to knock the young actor or whatever. He's doing what he's doing what he was told to do. It's just he's just there, like he's just hi, I'm Mike's best friend, basically. So I have no opinion on him really. Oh, one of the writer's character's name is Joyce. Just popped in my head. But all in all, great season, like great opener, great volume 1. It was nice to see Steve be a badass at one point, and I liked, I think her name was Ryan, the ice cream girl from last season, who's now working with Steve at a video store. I like her, and I like Julie, Mike's sister. I can't remember her name, but I think it's Julie. But I like her. So yeah, I like the entire cast, like all except for Max and Lance's sister. But so again, solid, very solid. I suggest if you haven't watched it yet, give it a shot. It'd be fun. And that is all. If you have any comments, questions, gripes, you want to say anything, leave a comment down below, or come leave a Twitter. Shoot me a message on Twitter. It's at NJ Fright Club. Throw me a bone. Not throw me a bone, but throw me a Twitter. And if you're able to, if you're in position or you're able to help support the channel, got the Patreon. Patreon.com/Fright Club. No, Patreon.com/The Fright Club. But until then, good citizens, have a great day. Catch you on the flip side.